Alright, shalom, shalom. First off, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect, you brothers out there prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're headed to, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Alright, this Quadash Payah. And, as a title, power comes not, from a multitude, right? Because the Lord doesn't need a lot of men to show his power. On the contrary, right? To have great power. Now, great power comes in the name, first and foremost, and like the scripture say, one that was never thought of hath won the crown. Yahweh Shai, right? People, looked at him like, oh, that's just Joseph's son, They didn't believe that he was the son of the Most High, the only begotten, the anointed one, King David, right? They looked at his stature. They looked at what he did. He's just a sheep. He take care of the sheep. They didn't look at him as as a warrior. And we are warriors. But we have there's more enemies out there than righteous. There's more wickedness going on than righteousness. This is why the scriptures constantly speaks about a remnant. A remnant being saved, and the Lord always saved a remnant out of all these kingdoms that he destroyed. So I'm going to start off with the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 19. I'm going to get a couple scriptures proving this point as well. Showing like even if it's just one man against a whole army, that's how the Lord shows his power. Through how people, when people least expect where the power comes from. And it's always from the men of the Lord that looks just like regular men, and, they come with the powers, they come with, powerful prayers, and, but anyway, Lord willing, this is edifying and exhorting through the Spirit. This is, First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 19. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of a host. Right? So the victory doesn't always come because it's a lot of us. Or, the victory doesn't always come from what people think might be strong. Look at Goliath. Everybody was scared of Goliath. But like the saying goes, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And with this word, this is what's bringing down strongholds through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? How, even with Joshua, through his words, through the words they spoke, it brought down the walls of Jericho, and, hey man, we're in a spiritual warfare, our warfare are not carnal, you see? So it's stronger than what the flesh could do, right? And we're seeing that going on now. Alright, so it says, for the victor, hey, look at, just like, case in point, how King David alone slaughtered tens of thousands. Shalom to the brothers on the comment board. King David alone slaughtered tens of thousands. So that shows you right there that, the Lord doesn't need a lot of men to show his victory, to show his glory, to show his power, right? Just like when Elijah, he was by himself, and he went against, 450 prophets of Baal, and what? He showed the power of the Lord through miracles in miraculous ways, So it says, First Maccabees 3:19, for the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of a host, but strength cometh from heaven. That's where our strength comes. That's where our strength lies on, through prayer. Through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kodash. So the victory doesn't always come through how strong you may look, or whatever weapons you may have, or how many people you with, as far as military might, right? They come against us in much pride, iniquity, to destroy us and our wives and children, and to spoil us, right? And you having that happen now, fucking crackers, man. You have that happening now with, they coming against the men of the Lord, by shutting down certain, speech, bringing out more restrictions and shutting down, just going against all religions in every way, shape, or form. Just having a Bible now, you could get a fine in certain places. And the Lord spoke about the famine of the word. But it says, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children, and to spoil us. Because when all hell breaks loose, man, they coming at the men of the Lord, just like they did when they knew Yahushua was going to be born, right? During the Herodian dynasty, which was he was an Edomite. They were Edomites, and that's why they was killing out all the firstborn, because they knew that a leader, a king, was going to rise up for his people. That's right, brother. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, to the pulling down of strongholds. And you know what, real quick, I'd like to get that word strongholds in the blue letter for edification's sake, and I'm going to jump back to the first Maccabees. Now, I don't plan on this going too long, the Sabbath is starting. So this is 2 Corinthians, right? Chapter 10, verse 4. The word strongholds. And I'm going to let you hear it too, right? Because this is what we're bringing down by declaring the word of the Lord. That spiritual battle, right?
Strong's G 3794. Ahurama.
Right? Meaning what? A castle, a stronghold, a fortress. Anything on which or relies. Right? A fortress. A castle. This kingdom, they look at it as like their resting place. They look at, in our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you look at the government, these elites, as your stronghold, because you run into a big building as a stronghold for what? Refuge. But see, the name of the Lord is our strong tower. That's our protection. That's who we rely on, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So these people, when all hell breaks loose, they're going to willingly take that digital device. They're going to willingly put themselves in FEMA camps just to have shelter, just to have food and to feed their children. So they're going to submit to the enemy, right? Because they see how great they are in number, what they're providing at the moment in the midst of famine, in the midst of pestilence. They're going to go to these elites in the name of, protection, So that's why they're going to be destroyed when Yahushua come back. Because what the scriptures say, woe to him that trusteth in man. That put man his trust. See, King David didn't fear man. This is going back to 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 21. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them, right? So we're not afraid of them, man. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of power, And by faith, we're prisoners of hope, and we know that the Lord will lift up that standard, against our enemies. Divine intervention, as the Lord always did. When you read about, You know, how victorious our forefathers came, you know, in battle, you know, and through other trials and tribulations. You see? So we read that, that's for our comfort. You know, that's for, hey man, you know. So with that being stated, let's get another precept. Let's get another precept, man. You know, because, hey man, we know what the elites is doing. We know the enemy. We know prophecies is coming. But through faith, we got to realize, and exhortation, that's the spirit, brother, because I was going to get that. You know, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, brother, the water. You know, and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to read it down to verse 5. It says, Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Neither seek the Lord. That's right. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them, meaning woe, destruction is going to come upon them. And we're going to read why. Just like when the Lord used Moses to bring us out of Egypt. And look at all the powerful works that the Lord showed and did, you know, unto Pharaoh. All the plagues he brought in the captivities we were under. You know, and you still have people wanting to turn back, to go back to Egypt, right? Because they first and foremost, they didn't believe anyway. You know, they didn't have the faith. This is why the Lord allowed them to go in the wilderness to die off, you know. But their heart, they wasn't sincere. Only a remnant was, you know, by Moses. And even with all the you got crackers dancing and shit. Anyway, even with Moses, you know, with using him, you know, doing the spiritual thing, having spiritual powers, doing this, that, and the third, you know, the people still didn't believe, right? But anyway, it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on. Right now, we're in modern day Egypt. Egypt, the word going into is synonymous for bondage, which we're still in. So it says, and so woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, going to their enemies for help, in other words, right? And stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. That's why these people are going to run to the enemy, because they see how mighty the military is. They see the food that they're providing. They see, and that's the problem with Jake. You know what I mean? Jake, as you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you know, our people, they've always had that mentality, the 2/3 of what? Wanting to seek a sign. You know? They would not believe except they see seek a sign, roughly paraphrasing. Right? And our people always had that mentality, I'm not going to believe it till I see it. But we're in a time where, we already see it. You know, we see all the prophecies popping off like popcorn. You know, all the brothers prophesying about. We're seeing World War III, you know, happening. You know, we're seeing that MOTB, if you know, to those that know, you know, what those initials stand for, right? That won't lead into what? The hour of temptation. You see? We're seeing great famines and pestilence and the division amongst the people, right? We're seeing the military being geared up. You know, Gog and Magog with these kings of the earth hating the whore, which the kings of the earth represents these other nations, hating the whore, which represents Babylon the Great, USA. You know, these are all prophecies happening. You know, we're seeing a house being divided against itself with the government, these elites, and so on and so forth, right? Wars and rumors of wars, you know, just, right? And many false prophets. That's, hey man, we're seeing all these things happening, you know? So it says, so it's not a secret anymore. You know, this word has been declared throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, and that's why the Lord is speeding up the times. Why? For the elect's sake. If not, no man will be saved. Because of because the earth was given unto the hands of the wicked. It says, because they are very many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Right? These people don't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. You know? Just look what happened when during the first 2020 wave, if you understand. People lost their jobs, their cars, their families split up, they believe in the V, right? So you had many divisions. You had things falling apart. Now people think things are going back to normal. No, it's not. You know, we're seeing hyperinflation leading to the crash of the dollar, you know? And watch, you're going to see many more people, you know, go in panic mode and things of that nature. Because this is a faithless generation. This society don't understand the judgment of the Lord. You know, they have faith in carnality, right? That's right, bro. Our people got short memory span, or if you will. Anyway, let's read on, verse 2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, right? The Lord ain't calling back his words, you know. It says, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, right? And I just read an article that Vladimir Putin, which is the king of Gog and Magog, you know, which is Russia, right? That's who they're known in biblically wise. He said that America is trying to play like they are God on earth, you know, in that scripture, and that proves who runs the feds and what nation the scriptures speak about, you know, as far as the whore in Babylon the Great. Who are they when the scriptures refer to when it says, I will be like the Most High? So with Vladimir Putin saying that America, which proves that it's Babylon the Great, stating that, oh, they the ones that think they are gods on earth. Because what other nation that fits prophetically, right? What other nation is the one saying that they will be like the Most High? Right? These Edomites, which are the Greeks, the Romans, you know, coming in that same spirit, you know, of Alexander the Great, you know, the Seleucid Empire, the 12, you know, the Romans, you know, the Herodian dynasty, you know, even going back to Cain, you know, their blessing was with the fatness of the earth, the sword. So they're coming mighty. They're coming with their army. This is why Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19 says what? When the enemy, right, shall come in like a flood, then the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You know? That's right, brother. You know, the Lord is hardening the hearts of the kings of this earth to stir up what? World War III. The Lord is stirring up the spirit of the Medes, you know, as we speak. Here it is, we're in 2022. You know, heading to July. So, hey, man, you know, things are intensifying, you know, week by week, you know, day by day. You know, that's how things are speeding up as woman in travail. So it says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. Because, well, we're in modern day Sodom and Egypt, as the scriptures say. You know, in the latter days, the modern days, which is talking about now through the visions of who? John the Revelator. Because Egypt is just, this place takes off of the spirit of Egypt as well. And you can see that through your dollar bill, the fiat currency, which in Latin it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is what? New World Order. With an Egypt pyramid, which symbolizes when we was in slavery, which we still are today. All right? It says, in their horse's flesh, in that spirit, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together. You know, so the ones that's providing help, false help, right? You know, like the scriptures say in Daniel, through peace, he shall destroy many. You know, if the brother want to put it on the common board, but through peace or by peace, he shall destroy many. You know, so those that run, the the helper that's giving a false help, and those that believe in and join hand in hand with the enemy, they both is going to be destroyed, is what it's saying. So it says, verse 4, for thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts, meaning the Lord of armies, come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof, right? Mount, because we are the representation of the house of David, the house, the Bayaf Tawadah, the house of David, the Mount Zion, Zion to Zion, a monument, right? As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, defend Jerusalem, which is the people before place, which is talking primarily towards the elect out of the 12 lost tribes. So the Lord's going to deliver us like birds flying, which is talking about the chariots, the angels of the Most High. Alright? So, Salakia, damn. Salakia about that. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that alone. So yeah, and brothers made videos on it, you see, and that's part of the signs as well. Us seeing the chariots, us seeing the angels of the Lord in our captivity. Just like our forefathers, even in hardcore bondage, that's where the song Swing Low, Sweet Chariot comes from. Damn, Salakia, let me, shit. Let me open this one more time. I don't think I closed it all the way. Oh, fuck it. It's all good. Anyway, it says, Isaiah 31 verse 5, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem, defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Alright? So with that, let's get another precept. I don't want to make this too long. Straight to the point. Just like what the brother put, I'm going to read that real quick in Daniel chapter 8 verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, in his mind. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hands, right? And that's talking about these elites trying to, with their technology, trying to cause false help, so to speak. Physicians of no value. Trying to deceive the people. Take this, see hip, as Apostle Ramla says. This digital device, just put it in your body, it'll help you. When the Lord said in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, that he shall cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive what? A blank in their right hand or in their forehead. So we know not to take that. That's the obfuscation, and hey man, you don't want to be caught up and be destroyed by fire through World War III and when Yahushua come back with the holy angels. This is Hosea chapter 1 verse 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah and will save them by the Lord Yahweh their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Right? So the Lord, that's what you call spiritual intervention. So we're not going to save ourselves by no wicked ass weapons or none of that. We're going to have faith on the promise on the Lord. There's nothing impossible with the Most High, man. So niggas that brag about guns, they just don't got faith in the Lord. And right there when I said that, that's 444, when I said there's nothing impossible. Hey, that's the spirit, man. Because at the end of the day, we're spiritual men. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18, verse 25. It says, and Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you one bullock for your... you know what? I don't need to read that. I don't need to read that neither. Okay. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 45. Then said David to the Philistines, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield. So these elites, man, they coming to us in the name with their guns, with their wicked policies, with their FEMA camps, with their martial law, their military troops. They coming to us with their space force. They coming to us with fear tactics as far as shutting our videos down or threats. Brothers get threats. You know, they coming to us with, you know, taking away our families, our homes, even to our lives. The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Sirach 28 4 verse 28, I believe. But they coming to us, you know, putting fear, pushing us to a corner, you know, taking us to the FEMA camps, doing this, that, and the third. But guess what? We're not coming to them with no weapons. We're not coming to Esau with no weapons or anything like that. So that's what King David was like, yo, to Goliath, you coming to me with a spear, with shields, with all these, you know, with the sword, right? With all these weapons, you coming towards me. But guess what? It says, and with the shield, but I come to thee in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? I'm going to read it in verbatim. But it says, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. You know? So King David, you know, we representing that, man. Because we coming from that house. You know? So, hey, man, to done that, coming weapons and glorifying that, you know, hey, always remember what Yahushua told Peter. You know? Even though Peter was ready with the sword, you know, it wasn't that time yet. But soon, what? Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Right now, we're fishers of men. That's why it's spiritual. But soon, the Lord's going to turn us into hunters. And the Lord's going to use us as vessels, you know, as instruments of war real soon. You know, when the doors of repentance is fully closed, because that is going to prove that the elect is sealed. You know? But they think it's just us. But guess what? What the scriptures say. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, verse 16. And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. So this is when they saw the holy angels. When a man, let me go back. When they saw the angels, because remember the scriptures say what? The angels encampeth around them that fear the Lord. So it's never just us. You know, I'm over here prophesying in D-Land, Florida, GMS, you know. Same, you know, doctrine, right? And people think that it's just me. You know? People don't, what? They mock, they scoff. But it's all right. So it says, verse 17, and Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So the Lord opened his eyes to see the spiritual realm, to realize, like, damn, we're not alone. You know, you got angels all around us, ready. You know, just like how the Lord sent angels to protect Daniel in the lion's den. Just like how the Lord delivered the 3 holy children in the fiery pit. You know? So we got to have faith, man. The Lord sent the angels to help our forefathers when they were in prisons. So, the Lord changed not. So you don't think the Lord is going to do that now? Come on, man. Tells you in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 2. They shall be amazed at the strangeness of their salvation. So far beyond all that they look for. Because we're going to be delivered through the holy angels, man. Through our faith. The sincere Akim. And this is why, hey, the Lord had us spread out throughout the four corners of the earth, you know, and said what? We shall be as a small sanctuary. Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 16. You could jot that down in your notes. We're as a small sanctuary because we're spread apart. But remember the vision of John the Revelator, he saw the multitude speaking in different languages. That's talking about the men of the Lord throughout the four corners of the earth. So that's going to show the power of the Lord, man. Because what? They don't consider our labors, our people, the elites, you know. But what? Then shall they know that a prophet was among them. Let me get another precept. And this is why the scriptures also say what? Follow not a multitude to do evil. You know, so the Lord ain't dealing with a multitude of people. The Lord ain't dealing with great people that are great in numbers. He ain't dealing with all that numbers, man. He's dealing with sincere men. The elect, a remnant, a small portion, and the electos. You know? But what? When the people see the multitude following wicked, you know, they don't believe, they don't have faith, so they're going to follow along with them because they see more going towards Esau and the elites, trusting in the wicked devices rather than trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Hey, but that's why the Lord said what? He revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And also, even when Yahushua was going to be persecuted, what did he say? In St. Matthew chapter 26 verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father? And he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels. Come on, man. So Yahushua could have brought 12 legions of angels to destroy the centurions. But why? He had to fulfill prophecy. That's why we got to fulfill prophecy. You understand? We have a job to do first. You know? So it's easy for the Lord to bring legions of angels right now to destroy shit up. But things must be fulfilled. You know, I'm going to read one more precept. And that's why the scriptures say what? Call us as Jacob, thou worm. Because we're defenseless. Our defense lies in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua and his promise. This is Job chapter 8 verse 7. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. You know? Hey, we're going to be changed as in a blink of an eye, brothers. You know, that immortality. You know, that's what our hope lies in. You know, bear your cross, keep praying, have faith, man. You know, because great salvation is coming in the midst of great misery and trials and tribulations. In the midst of Jacob's trouble, pursuing the Jeremiah 30 and 7 on down. You know? But our end shall greatly increase for that promise, for that reward. You know? We have an innumerable amount of angels all around the earth right now, beholding the good and the wicked. You know? That's the eyes of the Lord. So fear not, because the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You know? That's who we got to please, you know, amongst people, and especially when we're alone, to prove him that we are worthy, you know, to receive that miracle, to receive salvation, you know, to receive, you know, just that, to be the first fruits, to join heirs with Yahushua when he returns, you know, to be found worthy, man. You want to be found worthy, you know, fuck trying to be found worthy in this place, man. This place is already destroyed. I mean, what else is there to prove? This place is done. This place is all the way done, son. You know? You know, so just, hey man, this place is exiting stage left. You know, so what? It says what? The first shall be last, the last shall be first. You know, the ones that was never thought of shall wear the crown. You know what I mean? So with that, I hope this quick sit down, you know, it's edifying, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, and exhorting through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.